And we are live. Oh, pick a side, pick a side. Yes. All right. I've given everybody a chance to speak their piece or at least just react in the moment while I tuck myself away to look at this so I can give you some content that's unlike anyone else's, some perspective that is unlike anyone else's. And we're going to see where this goes. In case you are watching on the Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook Live and you have never seen me before, my name is Kent from the Port, and I appreciate you for tuning in this far. Okay. That's number one. Second, I want you to know Made in the 1980s, the podcast. It is a thing, and we're over 30 something episodes. Creme brulee, behavior. You dig? Shout out to my man, Kaleidoscope. Oh man. And you know what? Made in the 1980s, the merch also available, campfromtheport.store. Okay. Another prototype. They sent this one so late, but hey, we're gonna rock it out. And now says Camp from the Ports, made in the 1980s. But if you want the exclusive cam piece from my room, my home, I'll be more than happy to give them out if I see y'all, so I can get myself some more merch of the updated merch. And of course, the plain Janes, they ain't got my name on it, but I still own the trademark. So holla at your boy. Business, music business, hip hop culture. I've been saying for years, I want to say at least a decade now, I have been adamant about how hip hop culture and the music business are two different worlds. There is a big difference between hip hop and the music industry. Everybody keep trying to sell culture, and real life culture ain't for sale. It's people that want to emulate culture. It's people that's trying to sell you lifestyle. But culture truly is never for sale. Hip hop is street culture. And the codes of the street do apply, but it is also rooted in art. It is also rooted in rebellion. It is also rooted in artistic expression, right? So, with that said, everybody that's commenting about Drake suing over a rap battle or a diss record, unfortunately, in hindsight, you're wrong. You're right. The revolution will not be monetized. But through platforms like these, they may very well be televised. So when I first saw this and I let people react, I was just like, something doesn't sound right about this. But then again, hey, it's a big year for Kendrick, and Kendrick stands alike. Kendrick Lamar did his thing. He waited to dominate the year with just art. Art and the spoken word. He dominated this year with art and the spoken word. You can't take that away from Kendrick Lamar. However, in the world of the music business, things get a little bit tricky. Not Like Us, as we know, is a really big record. Really big record. I too, with no true horse in the race, just a person that, hey, look, and I'll come clean. I thought just because of the relentless nature in which Drake was willing to jump out there, I thought he was going to beat Kendrick in this battle. I did. And I was wrong. And he lost. Kendrick won. It's plain as day. The energy cannot be matched or over surmounted. Kendrick just out rapped Drake step for step, bar for bar, song for song. He did it. That is it. That is the bottom line. Now, the tricky thing here comes with how the songs perform in hindsight, because Mr. Graham is accusing UMG, Universal Music Group, a label that both him and Kendrick Lamar are on. And I know, but this is why the Pusha T disses make sense. You're signed to him, they're signed to him, they're signed to them, and somebody else. Like, this is what that means, because it's always OVO sound, Young Money, Cash Money. But yes, UMG powers a lot of that. So there is, a vested and invested interest in all of this. So, like, look, if you had to pick a label of the year, it's UMG. They hold all the cards, right? So yeah, they probably wanted 2 or 3 more diss tracks the way this was going. Because it was win-win from them from the jump. It's literally like apparently like what Don King was doing back in the day to Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis, or like what Golden Boy Promotions does, or what Bob Arum does. That's what it appears to be now. That seems to be the fight. And that's not to say that Drake is not upset about taking an L. He just doesn't like the way he's taking an L. But isn't that turnabout being fair play? Because I don't think, well, not that back-to-back, charged up and back-to-back was this. It wasn't this, to where Meek Mill probably would have felt the urge to sue. And I think the more embarrassing L for Drake will always be the Pusha T, because that's when the blackface photo got released. That was the first time that, hey, listen, Drake has done some very unconventional things in the art of battle. The last battle we've seen him in, he just released a statement of why he was in blackface and why that photo exists. He didn't even feel like rapping anymore. And Pusha T told him that he's getting porno stars pregnant, your man's is about to die, and you ain't black enough. Well, at least that's your complex. Your complex is you're not black enough, and you've been struggling with that for your whole life. And as his fair skin gets activated here, as the other 50% of him gets activated here, you would think that, man, Pusha T just keeps being more right the more this goes on. But I think here he's about to cut himself with a double-edged sword, and I'm trying to be as unbiased and respectful as possible, because I really I want people to have the information. I'm not here to be emotional about anything. My favorite rapper is Nas. So I don't really care about none of this like that. I'm never jumping out the window in that great of a capacity like that. So this ain't touching my heartstrings at all. I love this. This is just great conversation. This is for me to build my content database, as well as my resume, and become a voice that you trust and respect when we're talking about hip hop specifically, and music in general. You dig? Let me check on these comments real quick. Payola is as old as the music industry. Aubrey isn't really taking a stand more than complaining to the refs. And man, I am so glad you said that. We're going to let that rock. We're going to put that right there. We're going to leave that there. We're going to let that hang in the air for a minute, because, man, you are absolutely right. See, the problem that we have here, right, is that it's not about Drake losing the battle. And I'm going to give him some respect. I don't think it's about him losing the battle. Yeah, he tight. You're a little butthurt by it. But at the end of the day, the narrative being, oh, you suing because you lost the battle, I don't really think that's it. Because wouldn't he had sued Pusha T or Steven Victor or somebody else before on a defamation suit before? Like, wouldn't he have done it before? I think here the real problem that we're running into is that Drake understands how much money he makes UMG, and he feels some of that money was used against him. And at the end of the day, hey, bro, you signed the 2 labels and us. So what? That's probably how they feel. They probably feel like, hey, I don't care what you think. You're not the only one making us money. So we can do whatever we want. Once we cut your check, you shut up. And this is also a great lesson for those that are thinking about being a part of labels versus being independent. Look what you potentially have to deal with. You beefing with a pseudo label mate, and the revenue that y'all generate get used against both of you. That could be a reality. That's not necessarily even payola. That's just them using their funds as an entity the way they see fit to make things happen because they still want to be at the top. They don't care. Look, UMG don't care if Drake or Kendrick Lamar is number 1 and or 2. It don't matter the order, is that they both are. So it's win-win for the label. So I do understand that. Rap beef else is something he got to deal with. Yes, hey, and you know what? And I think he definitely has dealt with it, but let me open up the conversation just a little bit, right? Let's do this. Because this era specifically, we know we got a taste of it, let's say 2017, 2018. All of a sudden, rappers weren't rappers no more. Rappers weren't MCs no more. Everybody was a brand. Everybody was, oh, I got to protect my brand. I got to build my brand. And what is your brand is this? Because, oh, you don't want to scare away sponsors. You don't want to scare away this money or that bag or this bag. See, everybody was on that train when Fashion Nova was passing out money for all these thick girls to wear size 4s. But now the game is different. Now ads have come in and Instagram can bury you and you don't have to and you cannot be seen. There's shadow banning exists and now you got to go to subscription base to really see some coin and the money for whether it's podcast or ambassadors or influencers, it's not just flowing the way it used to. So now everybody's now overprotective of their brands. And is that what this really is for old Drizzy? And is he justified? To be real, I don't know the exact answer, and I'm not going to act like I do. But here's the real thing. There is no, I guess, truly good or bad or indifferent way to handle losing a battle, right? Especially in hip hop. So look, if Drake keep going and keep dissing, they'll be like, "Oh, it's over. Chill out." We're now if somebody gets beat up, shot, or killed, it's oh man, see why we gotta die over rap. But now he can't sue. Like so he was gonna get critiqued regardless. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is one of the things that I'm sure he made peace with and he doesn't really care about. Shout out to my man Kaleidoscope. By 2025, we're going to be able to bet on rap beefs on FanDuel. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Shout out to my man LP that's in here too, man. Oh man. But is it really about branding? Is it really about the narrative of what Not Like Us stands for? Man, to be real, I don't think so. I don't really think so. I'm trying to give this brother the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, you can always say that, oh, I'm worried about people may think I'm a PDF. You know what I'm saying? You can hop about the bitch. And you can you can say that, but anything I don't think anybody takes it totally serious. Now, I will say this, after Not Like Us, Drake's version of the Heart Part 6 should have just been harder. And I think that equalizes a lot of this for him. See, he went into damage control mode and on vacation in that last disc. I was trying to shoot at some bail, and I was wrong for doing that. I was trying to shoot at some bail because I was trying to look at the bright side of like, oh, hey, look, he's saying he planned evidence, and this is the scheme. Because you either believe all of it or you believe none of it. So I didn't think Kendrick's raps were more truthful than Drake's. I'm not the guy that's always trying to figure out what raps are real during battles. That's for other people, I guess. I don't know. So for me, he should have took the Pac approach. You know what I'm saying? Because look, Pac, and he bombed first. He jumped out there and said, I hit your girl. Y'all some marks. Don't one of y'all got sickle cell. Like he literally told us that Prodigy might F around and die messing with him. And he ends up being one of the greatest rappers of all time, and we don't waver on that. We don't waver on it. Drake went into damage control mode. He did PR release rap on Heart Part 6. And that's his real problem. See, you can't be like, oh, if I would have did this, they would have did that, and we would have can't. Nah. You can't do that. You gotta stand on your square and be like, MF or N-word. I'm trying not to cuss. And he needs to really lay in. He better know something. He'd be like, yo, no, I'm about to hit your girl. I'm about to, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, ain't that his MO? Or that's what they say? Or is that just another narrative? You know what I'm saying? Let me check the comments here real quick, man. I appreciate y'all lighting this up. Hold on, but didn't Kendrick say he had his team feed Kendrick? Yeah, exactly. Yep. They say he had them feed him the info. And so how can you say he defamed you with info you gave him? Right. See, and that's the thing. And see, and with that, and with this fact right here, this is why, again, people, I do want you to be crystal clear here. There is no lawsuit of Aubrey Drake Graham versus Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. That does not exist. That is fake news. That is not real. What Drake so far is what he is attempting to sue over is the fact that his label, UMG, has basically used company funding against him in an effort to make Not Like Us a bigger success than what it already was or is. And I think that's a pretty tricky case to prove. That's going to be difficult because regardless of the content, I just do think Not Like Us is a dope song. It's one of just the greater songs in the Kendrick catalog. Mustard killed the beat. The flow is something crazy. Hey, look, I've been a few places in and out of the country. And when Not Like Us comes on, people are up. I have not been to Cali and heard the song, but I've been in Lexington. I've been in Nashville. I've been in Belize. I've been in Vegas. And there, it's going the F up. So the song really is a big deal. I don't hang with bots. And that song goes. Now, the other tricky part of this case to me, and this is just from what I know about radio and what I know about the music industry, is that once a record starts charting and once it starts trending, the labels got to put money on it. Why? Because they want money back. Like, it becomes a simple thing of math. It's like, yeah, I get what you're saying, fam. And I know you don't like the content, but this is making us some money. This is the number one record. Like, this is a hit. Sorry, a hit record is about you, but you know, this is what it is. So he does have to eat that from a business perspective. Like, this has nothing to do with hip hop right now. You know, I think back to back to back, and it's not that it wasn't a hit record. It's not that it's not that, but it wasn't as big as this, though. You know, and if anything, that's the real ego part for Drake, right? He never thought that Kendrick Lamar would make a bigger song than him in any given year, especially not in this stage of the game. Because so far he hadn't. He's made better albums, but Kendrick never made a better song than Drake. And I think that's what's shocking him more than anything. And now he doesn't know how to process that. And maybe it's difficult, but dog, some people regress over time and some people progress over time. And you've kind of picked what you want to do by catering to the new demo versus your core demo. Because women are out singing Not Like Us. Women are singing it. It ain't just Drake haters. Women love the Not Like Us record. I can't tell you how many women I've seen of all shades of chocolate singing the hell out this song. It's been amazing. My man Jones is in here. This to me proves that Drake is not of hip hop culture. He's trying to tear down hip hop principles, battles for his own personal gain. Now hold on. I do want to push back on that a little bit, and I'm okay with Drake not being of hip hop culture. Again, he's a Canadian. He's a biracial Canadian. And those are just facts. That ain't me trying to slander nobody. He's a biracial Canadian who grew up watching hip hop take shape in this country, the United States. So I get him not necessarily being of hip hop culture, but hey, back to your man's Jones on the Heart Part 5. What is hip hop culture now? What is it? Because some of the biggest rappers in the world is smoking lean. I mean, smoking lean, that's crazy. Sipping lean and smoking niggas. You know, people might be confused and tell you today that hip hop culture is all about drug use, disrespecting Black women specifically, violence, rape culture, and money over everything. And I mean everything as far as morals, as far as character, as far as family, everything. That's what people may tell you about hip hop culture today if they listen to all the music that's just charting. So we need to do a better job of clarifying what hip hop culture is, because a lot of this shit is out the way and it's whack and it doesn't represent us well at all. That's my personal opinion. But again, I don't think, as I dig deeper into the information, it looks janky. Don't get me wrong. It looks super janky. Because how you suing because a song about you is doing well, but hey, he ain't the first to do it. He just the loudest to do it. There's some R&B songs and there's some rap songs out there where people have tried to sue before. There's some songs that people know is about them, you know. Hey, that this is hey, but I still respect Kendrick because in the world of subs and sneak disses, he put his name in it and kept going. So I respect that. That's hip hop to me, you know. Name a place you've been where people didn't sing and not like us word for word. Hey, for real. Name a place where you've been where people didn't sing it. I know he's winning. He's winning mad. Oh, winning mad Grammys off. Oh, winning mad Grammys off that joint. I'm sorry. He's winning mad Grammys off that joint. Most likely, you might take home two for sure. There's one in Not Like Us that really triggered dude, but it's that same bar that made the song a hit. Drake didn't respect K Dot as an equal, and now with a bigger record like Not Like Us, he can't accept it. Now this is fact. This is fact. I will stand on this. Women who usually are Drake's core demo will hit a minor harder than a Drake hater. Yes, they will. They will. And see, and this Jones, this is it. This is it. When you are the big dog, right? When you are the guy, when you are the top guy in your field of profession, or at least when you have dominated for such a long time, it is unfathomable for a lot of people, for somebody that came up during your time to now surpass you any year, any given year, let alone in such a fashion as we've seen. Because, you know, I also feel that this is a lot of Drake not knowing where he is right now. And when I say where he is right now, I mean like it's in regards to the game. It's almost like he's not listening to the rumors about how, you're not even making music that's reflecting your age, let alone the demo people that grew up with you. It's almost like he didn't hear that, stop making the music for the little niggas. We need more growth. We need some bangers for us. Us being, because he's 38. So this is literally, where is the music for the 30 somethings? Where I'm sure many people will argue Kendrick's music, especially content wise, has been older than he has been. Or it's been very palatable and relatable to a wider demo. And slow and steady wins the race. But, regardless of what the stands say, Kendrick hasn't been chump this entire time. He just hasn't made R&B records. You know what I mean? Like, he just hasn't, like, Drake felt untouchable. Let's just keep it a buck. He felt untouchable because he's been in every genre. He has a hit record in every genre but rock that I know of. He's got a pop hit. He had an R&B hit. He had several rap hits. He did dance records. I don't know how those did, like Electro and all that. He charts in the UK when he used the accent. He do the Afro beats. He charts on that. He took drum style, got 2 hits off that. Like, there was literally nothing he couldn't do. And so he dominates so much the sector of music that eventually he probably just thought, well, nobody's catching me. But see, this is where hip hop comes back into play. Because hip hop don't be caring how much you sell. We don't. Talking that number stuff to people that's really here for the hip hop and the rap music, it don't really move the needle like that. Drake thought that, oh, well, he thought that, oh, because I make more money than him, or so we think. And because I make the label more money than him, and because I have more hit records than that's my cachet. But see, that's the miscommunication on culture. That's the miseducation on culture. Because none of that matters. None of that matters when it's time to rap. when it's time to rap and when it's time to represent art and true culture, none of this matters. And he's now doing the only thing he can do: sue the corporate engine that's funding culture. It's crazy, right? Okay, that is kicking Drake's ass with culture. The Squabble Up video is a prime example. And because I seen it in the chat, thank you for sharing, Jones. Questlove, we see you, bro. You're not low. You're not low, man. And see, and that is the problem. That is the problem. See, Drake was holding so many cards that even Questlove was caping for him. And how, oh, Not Like Us and Meet the Grounds was just too far. See? But now look at you. Now Kendrick then showed you that he a student of y'all stuff too, and has done his own version of the next movement. And now it's thanks and congrats. See, this is what Nas had a problem with y'all when you did what they do, and then you took your ass up there to MTV Unplugged for Takeover. This is what Nas was talking about. Nas is the man. I keep telling y'all, Nas is the man. Culture over everything. That's always been the brand. I don't want to hear anything else about it. It is definitely culture versus corporate. I'm gonna get my Nas love off every single time. I don't care what nobody say. All right, let me see. None of that matters. There's classic albums that haven't went gold, but people follow it. That's yes. And that is the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. Hey, suing isn't the only thing he can do. Make more music is what he can do. Some with Wayne, and I would say you better leave that alone too. Tweet less, release more music. Now I'm with you on that 1,000,000,000%. Drake needs to make more music. But I tell you what, if Drake and Wayne think they're going to team up and go after Kendrick, they're going to be in for a rude awakening. A rude awakening. And they better relax. They better do another 0 to 100. They better do another motto. They better do another HYFR. Leave Kendrick alone. That is an order at this point. There's track albums that went diamond in the streets that didn't even chart. Yes, for sure. Here we go. The Nas. Yeah. Yes. Nas love, Jones. Nas love. Hey, look, I can't help it. Because the horse I picked in 96 has stayed tried and true, real thoroughbred of culture. There has never been a moment in Nas' career where you've ever questioned his love for the art and culture. And if you really about it, that's again, I don't understand. I don't understand anybody that goes against Nas when it is the conversation of culture. Pop know what's up. He told you right there. I'm going to just leave that there for a minute. That might be the last comment we need to see tonight. You dig what I'm saying? Because, hey, look, not for nothing, Jay wanted to play a few corporate games with Nas. like, you know what I'm saying? Where after Super Ugly didn't quite hit, then what happened? You know what I'm saying? So, again, so, hey, even though it looks like nasty work, it looked like some sucker stuff, it looks anti-culture, but hey, Drake ain't the first one to do this low key, mid key even. And again, we need to be careful with how we talk. No, I'm gonna leave Pop comment up here, man. That's how I feel every day, man. Shout out to you, man. This is I think this is the awakening that we need going into 2025 as we talk about music, as we talk about rap, as we talk about hip hop, we talk about culture, all of this, because everybody not living by culture standards. We need to really stand with this culture. Again, why I do really like, I think it is the Heart Part 5. I think that's the one. There's a joint. Yeah, it is. It's like the first verse. Kendrick is adamant about like the whole scheme of that's culture. And it's all this foul stuff that we say and do to each other. But we hold the umbrella up and we use it under the guise called culture, and we just let a lot of fuck shit go. And that's not cool. It's never been cool. So I like that for this reason. So now let's see who really is about culture. Because now that Drake ain't the hot hand in the industry, I'm also looking to see how y'all look at him, revere him, and play his music or not. Because I'm still in the mindset that even after losing a battle or two, that shouldn't be the end of your career. I'm going to go on record. I don't think Prodigy of Mobb Deep ever won a rap battle. It ain't changed the fact that he's in my personal top 5. So I do want to see where this goes. I got you, man. Camp from the port dot store. Hold on. I'm gonna read your comment too. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. So let's check this out. He says, my question is, what would be UMG's stance on this? Can this open up a can of worms? Because who's to say they didn't use bots to inflate Drake's music? Now, what if they have to show they didn't inflate Kendrick, but they did inflate Drake? Then what? See, now you thinking, my brother. Now you talking for real. Now you talking for real, because that is the flip side to this. Because everybody, unfortunately, is using bots now. That's been the word for a minute. Whether it's Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, these other streaming platforms, Pandora, because it's still around. Ask my mom. And all the analytic games that are played, YouTube, even all of it. He's so if the bots don't hit for you and they hit for somebody else, then what? You know? And again, I think it's a label game, bro. Once they know they got something, and it's just like any label, like this ain't nothing new. Like you're not being privy to new information here. If a record drops and it ends up in the top 30, they're going to give it a week and see if it can get to 20. And then once it gets to 20, they're going to see if it can get to 15. Once it gets to 15, they're like, okay, what's the budget to get this at 10 to 1? And for how long? And then that money gets spent. The tactics get used. And since it is a streaming game now, they're going to use the streaming farms. They're going to all do that. They're going to every single song. We can't talk about industry plants or, oh, I never hear this out in the whip, or people don't be playing this and that, and not think that it don't work both ways, whether you're winning or losing out here. I think there's a certain bot package for every song once it hits 30 or 20 on the charts. Yo, okay, we got a little Drake Sunday here. We don't post it though, because I ain't tripping. My favorite rapper, Nas, because that Drake is whack. He used these tactics and now he's crying. F Drake forever. Hey, hey, my brother. Hey, salute. I want no smoke. Man, hey, so that is but that is, hey, that's an opinion. That's an opinion. And I think it's obviously not over for Drake, right? It's not over for him. If you didn't like him before, you don't like him now. And I think that's the thing. It's just that people love to kick people when they down. And unfortunately everything looks so sketchy and suspect when you when this approach gets taken, because he's officially taken off of music, but we're taking but people are taking it as it's over music. And that's just not the truth. It's just not the truth. Okay, King Jim, he seems to not be paying attention here, but it's all good. Nobody's obsessed. Thank you for playing. Drake is on UMG, not Kendrick. Yep, that's in my description, my brother. So not Kendrick. White people listen and support rap music better than blacks. Okay, all right, awesome. Thank you. We appreciate your comments. Uh, let's see. Let's look at this from all sides. We know when Drake drops, wait, no, when Kendrick drops, he's gonna chart. This was highly publicized. Hell, he charted in like 6 hours. That and Drake were both hitting real quick. Yeah. And I think momentum, if anything, was on Drake's side. Everything. You know what I'm saying? It was just on, like, momentum was on Drake's side until like that drop. Because first person shooter was a banger. It was a banger. And he dropped twice. Push-ups, tailor made right after that. So the momentum was still on the side. But Kendrick's energy is just unmatched. It's just unmatched. Excuse me. Well, man, Jones talking about, I don't losing the battle. I don't think losing the battle should affect his standing in hip hop, but the second lawsuit specifically should make him a pariah in hip hop, and that's without any Drake hate at all. Hey, you know, I am I wonder how far these I wonder if these cases gets. I'm talking about people. Okay, my bad, brother. It's good. It's good. Let me see. Um, Drake has been putting out music all the time for 10 years. So many features, singles. You don't know what song on albums. Oversaturated. All this is his fault. When Kendrick drops, it's an event. You know, I'm not mad at that take. I'm actually not mad at that take. What is the thing is though, Pop, right? When you have the ability to create in so many spaces that Drake was able to create in, is he truly oversaturated in the game? Like, hold on, we're going home, and all me can exist at the exact same time. And technically, they don't even have to play on the same stations as far as radio goes. They're for two different playlists, two different demos. So I kind of, that I will say that's another thing that's very dope about Drake, right? Because Drake doesn't stay in one pocket. He's not really a guy that I gotta rap. Like, for instance, whether it's the Wayne run, the T.I. run, the Kanye run, eventually you do get tired of the guy rapping, like the 2 Chainz run, right? 98 to like 102 features or something like that he did after Spend It popped off. And there was a point in time, there were so many 2 Chainz features that we just got tired of hearing them. And while I do see the sentiment, I will say that at least Drake did a really great job of diversifying his feature portfolio. if that makes sense. Let me see. They went back and forth for like 3 days dropping disses. Kendrick just ended up dropping a video for his diss and then did a pop-up concert where everybody sang the song word for word 6 times. That shows how much it was played. Yeah. Not for nothing, man. Hey, he pulled N words in Paris for his joint, and it worked again. Repetition is key. The repetition is key, man. Let me see what my man Fiction say. Kaleidoscope says, here's the thing. Artists like Drake and Khaled that took up all the oxygen at times. People expected everyone to like their music. And if you didn't, you were questioned as to why not. Instead of them putting out music that was undeniable, it was more like expected as the norm to like it. They never gave me a reason to like their music. I'm not going to like something just to like it. Now that is a very fair point because I don't like Khaled albums at all. I made the mistake of buying that first one and I never bought another one again. And him playing, the Avengers every year never did it for me. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that, and but see that this is how fickle the music industry is. Because once you got the hot hand and you willing to work, people won't turn it down. See, that's why I don't like a lot of the reactions, and not from y'all. I'm talking about from like within the industry, like the actual artists and producers. Like, if you never like Drake, or if you picking a side just because he losing now, I think that's whack. I think that's super trash. If that's your man's, then that's your man's when he down. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm Drake, I'm slinging disses all 2025. I'm gonna get everybody in that 20v1. And I'm going for the jugular every single week of the year. I would put out 52 diss tracks if it was 52 niggas talking like that. That's what I would do. So, but then again, at the same time, I agree with y'all wholeheartedly. He got to make some undeniable now. Tell Sexy Red and Yachty, you'll call him back later. Like, now it's time to get back to Nothing Was the Same, to So Far Gone, to Take Care, even though I don't like a couple joints on there at all. Right. My man King Jim says, Drizzy been planning on suing. That's the red button. It has nothing to do with Kendrick. Listen to the old songs. Yep. Yeah. Let me see. Remember Drake said Kendrick couldn't drop a song that people could dance and jam to? Kendrick did just that, but not like us. So now you mad that K-Dot did just what you said he couldn't do. Yeah, hey, again, man, it's the shock value. I don't think Drake saw this coming at any level. It is, man, what is it? Never underestimate your opponent, right? He did a clear underestimation. But I'll say this too, though, and this is a word to all of you artists out there, people that are just aspiring to put out music. Man, listen, take care of home. Take care of home. And that's actually your home state. And I know, I do agree with the new meme that's out, like your target demo is not your hometown. I get that, but it depends on where you're from. If you in LA, if you from Compton, then and your passion is music, then you definitely need to make sure that you are catering to your hometown. You need to make sure you're catering to your hometown the best way you can, because there's always going to be a market for hip hop there. It's going to be a market for artists to succeed there. They're looking for the next guy. Hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to answer a call real quick. I'm sorry. Um, Drake shouldn't put out Taylor. He shouldn't have put out Tailor Made. Hindsight is 2020. I think that there is oh shoot, hold up. My bad. Hold on, y'all. Y'all. This is my wife, and she just said something that I probably just made the biggest mistake. I just made the biggest mistake of my life. Oh Lord. Yo. I got like you may have to hear this. We're gonna take a break from our regularly scheduled programming. As I try to take this call real quick, or maybe it's no time at all. But you know, saying, hold on here. Let me let my man LP saying something here.
Are you busy?
I'm on my live right now, but what's happening? What's going down?
I just literally was with Snoop Dogg and said, "Oh my God, let's call my husband," but you were busy.
Oh, hey, that's
I'm sorry.
crazy.
If you're on your live, go back to your live. I just wanted you to fucking talk to Snoop Dogg, but you wouldn't fucking answer.
I know. Hey, listen, I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sitting here trying to build something that Snoop would actually want to see one day. I'm sorry.
I know. Have you been on live for 2 hours?
Well, no, this is the second time I've been on, though, and we're approaching 1 hour.
I was with him earlier, too, and tried to call you earlier.
Now, that I didn't get. Because I've been messaging you. You didn't respond.
No, you didn't. You did not message me because I've been looking down at my phone every 5 minutes like, oh my God, Cam has to fucking meet Snoop Dogg.
Hold on. No, the last message I sent was at 6.
It's okay. It's okay. I love you. Go back to your life. You're the shit. I love you. Bye.
All right. Love you too. Bye.
You're the best.
All right. So there you have it, guys. I just missed a chance to talk to Snoop. Sorry. Live was about to go up right there. My bad. But that's how much I'm dedicated to y'all in this. You dig? The backstory to this. Then think back to the story of when you heard Control being made. Think about what happened when that actually dropped. What single record has Drake dropped that has had that magnitude of a shockwave? I'll wait. I absolutely would have picked up if it was Nas. Damn it. Yeah, hey, it's all good. But hey, look, my life is real. I love my wife. And I'm sorry for not picking up. That was a moment. I thought usually she just hit me up to be like, hey, you want something to eat? I'm like, that could have waited. But she's at the Jelly Roll concert because I don't want to tell her business. But yes, that's where she was. Okay. But yeah, you know what? Yes, and you raised a great point, LP. Kendrick has mastered making moments. He is an attraction. He is a main attraction versus a mainstay. You know what I'm saying? Like there is, I guess, to frame it, right? You can make Toyotas or you can make Bentleys, right? Nobody's going to disrespect you for having the Toyota. It's the most reliable, consistent thing that there is. But a Bentley, you just don't see those every day. And I think that's kind of what we got going here. You dig? So I think that's just the best way to look at both of them as how this all breaks down. See, all Drake had to do was be cool with the Control verse. I told you in 2018 that verse was legendary. Hey, and you know what? Jones, you're right. The verse is legendary. However, it's not the best verse Kendrick ever spit. Wasn't even the best verse he did that year. I still got the nostalgia verse on Pusha T's My Name Is My Name album being a better verse than that. Hell, I think his verse at the BET Awards Cypher, the TDE Cypher, I think that was better than that. I think the verse he did on the Marshall Mathers LP, too, was better than that. And the only bar y'all could remember from that was, I want you better than the head splattered on George Zimmerman. That's all y'all remember. But hey, you know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. Yeah, this is beautiful. I love this. I love this. Drizzy, my bad. I'm sorry, Drizzy. Hey, look, man. Hold on, man. Please don't do it. Spend the week in Zionsville, Fishers, Noblesville, Carmel. You'll see him every day. That's how great he is. Fair enough. Nostalgia is way better. Yes, and that's it. Hey, look, man. Now we just gotta stop some of y'all from standing out for Kendrick every time he does anything. That's what we got to do. He is a dope artist. He is great. He is important. But y'all take it too damn far. You just take it too far. I don't think anyone legit wants to hate Kendrick Lamar. I don't think people truly want to hate Drake. I don't think they do. It just happens because the fans, the talkers, the mouthpieces, like, y'all just make shit so unenjoyable. Just shut the fuck up and let us listen to something first. That's it. Nostalgia is really that MF and good. Yeah. And I thought that came after Control, not the same time. Yeah, no, it did come after Control. That's what I'm saying. Like Control, and everyone was calling it verse of the year. Kendrick did 2 more verses way better than that, 3 more verses way better than that before the year even ended. But they were like, oh God, this is the greatest rap verse of the year. This is the greatest of the decade. No, it's not. It literally is not. He outdid it less than 60 days later. And then outdid that one less than 30 from that. I quote the Honorable Macho Man, the cream always rises to the top. Oh, yeah. That is a fact. That is a fact. So, I mean, really, that's all I got for you, man. I appreciate y'all. I mean, hey, maybe some other time we'll get Snoop on here. Maybe some other time we'll get Snoop on here, man. So I can let me respond to my wife real quick. Yeah. On mic. For the call. All right, man. Kendrick is a 2-hit wonder, humble, and they not like us. Hey, 6 guy going crazy in here, y'all. What y'all got to say? What y'all got to say to old Drizzy? What y'all got to say to Drake 6 guy, man? Matter of fact, the verse he did on Autumn Leaves was up there too. That storytelling. Yeah, hey. See, this is why I talk to y'all. This is why I do like talking to y'all, because I think I'm attracting the people that really listen. You know what I'm saying? Because that's important. Really listen. Don't just be out here talking, just be saying anything. You know what I'm saying? This is why you should go back to radio on, if nothing. Hey, let me see, Greg. Hey, yo. Oh, man. Yeah, see, this is why you should go back to Radio 1, man. If nothing else, for the press passes, you could get. Yeah, hey, listen, you know, Radio 1 didn't love me enough, man. I'm sorry. That's all I got. That's all I got. So I'm here and I'm putting it down. So maybe, again, yeah, like I was just telling my wife, maybe I put something together that makes Snoop want to hop on this joint. You dig? You know, we just gotta take it one step at a time. But yeah, man. Shout out to the OG, the legend Snoop Dogg. I appreciate your contributions to hip hop. I consistently speak highly of you. You are the effing man. And I'm sorry I missed your call. I'm sorry, my brother. I'm just I'm just trying to work. I'm just trying to work so I can get to a level to where we can work or just talk. You know, that's all I'm trying to do. Oh man, hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, this is by far the biggest L I've taken of the year. This is the biggest L I've taken in the year, probably of this decade. You know what I'm saying? This is probably the biggest L I've taken this decade. I was about to say a backhanded joke, and I'm going to leave it alone. But yeah, this is by far the biggest L I've taken this year. Uh, so, but man, hey, look, I appreciate y'all. I don't know where we want to take this. You know, look, Drake, Kendrick, suing, not suing, all of that, man. Look, man, it have the conversation that you want to have. I think we've beat this horse to glue personally. I'll see how the developments go beyond this. Just as a reminder, I did music reviews. Music reviews on every Tuesday. Um, this week I did Doshi's album, Lotto's album, and Bobby V live in concert, the album. So you know, make sure you check those out. Hey, I'm thinking about whether it's Wednesday or Thursday evening, hopping back here on live. We're gonna do a holiday heat playlist. I'm gonna kick it off with a few joints, not just one joint, because I don't know who's gonna jump on, but I hope to see all of you brothers and potentially sisters, because I don't know, you know, gender identity is a thing now. Um, um, so if you want to be a part of the holiday heat playlist, look for me. Probably Wednesday evening or Thursday evening, maybe Thanksgiving night. I'm not sure. But let's see. Let's see what we can come up with, man. Let's get into a better spirit. It don't necessarily have to be the holiday spirit. We just gonna vibe out to some music that we sincerely mess with. But until then, man, hey, look, I thank and appreciate you all. If you ever want me to go live with a topic, you just let me know. I'm here to talk about it. I make notes a lot of times, and I miss calls from Snoop Dogg rarely. So let's have a good time. All right. Hey, thank you again. I appreciate you. Extreme gratitude. Rocking with me on both of these lives. And just know always and consensually, it's love.